Hi, it's me, Pam. Have you ever felt overwhelmed because you don't know what's next? You're praying about all kinds of stuff, but you don't get the clarity. Well, not the kind of ironclad clarity we want anyway. But here's the truth: we don't have to have everything figured out. We just have to do the next right thing, not the next 10 steps, not the 5 year plan, just the next obedient step God is placing in front of us or even possibly nudging us towards. Scripture reminds us that His word is a lamp to our feet and a light to our path. Notice it doesn't say a floodlight for the whole journey, it says a lamp, enough light for the next step. And honestly, that's where faith is built. We often want God to show us a full picture before we move, but God usually asks us to move before we see the full picture. That's faith. That's why obedience matters more than emotion, because emotions, well, they're fluid and they constantly change and they will even stop us. But obedience, well, that's different. It keeps us moving forward, even when we don't feel like it, even when progress feels small. Okay, so let's make this practical. What's the next right thing for you spiritually? Maybe the next right thing isn't a dramatic breakthrough. Maybe it's simply spending time with God today, opening our Bible even when we don't feel like it, praying even when the words feel too simplistic to make any difference. Maybe just sitting in God's presence even when nothing big happens. Small steps matter because each one moves us forward. Sometimes the next right thing is obedience, even when it's uncomfortable. Forgiving someone who hurt you, letting go of a habit God has been convicting you about. Is there something you keep thinking that you should give up? Or maybe it's saying yes to something God has placed on your heart. You may not feel ready, but obedience isn't about feelings, it's about trust. Every obedient step aligns our life more closely with God's will. The next right thing for our body. Yes, our faith also shows up in how we care for our bodies. Sometimes the next right thing looks like choosing nourishing foods or drinking more water or even just moving our body in a healthy way. Not because of pressure or perfection, but because our body is a gift from God. We don't need to overhaul our entire lifestyle overnight. We just need to take the next right step. Maybe start with one healthy meal or one workout, even if it's just a 10-minute walk. It's still a step, a right step. One step that honors the body God entrusted to us. Here's what I want us all to remember today. Small steps taken faithfully still move us forward. We don't need clarity for the whole journey. We just need courage for the next step. So today, choose obedience over emotion. Trust God with the process and do the next right thing, even if it's super small. Just do it. If this encouraged you, I'd love for you to like and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of the series. And what about you? What's your next right step? Please share in the comments because I'd love to pray for you. Well, until next time, bye.